Right, rolls in.
So.
It's looking like Thor.
One sec.
Exactly.
I'm
You have
trying to
music
pull up
playing?
my character sheet.
Hmm?
You have music on, Ev.
Yeah.
I have a 13, but
Yeah, the Thor breathes a sigh of relief.
Dagger rolls a 3.
Is that it? Wait, is that everyone? 6 of us? Yeah, there's 6 of us. Kagra, it is to you, good sir.
Yeah. When will I refresh my memory?
So we started halfway
week was
through
in
the
the cave.
dungeon.
We
Yeah.
were in the cave, and then we fought the thing with the biggest cock in history.
Yes.
and
Holy
you chopped
water
it
was
off.
really good. We did chop it off, and then we didn't get to wear it as a necklace because it got sludgified. I don't know why these are the things that I'm remembering, apart from everything else. We made our way back out. It was grand. We didn't run into any trouble. We made our way out, and we argued about what we're going to do about the horn. Some
Yeah.
people wanted to give it to the other evil entity, which was a completely different level of foolery. And we are now waiting to go meet Bartol the devil.
Yeah. So yeah, running through the dungeon, you ran into was the Vrox were last week, the bird-looking creatures that had a little bit of an interest in Imitar, shall we say. And then when you guys got your hands on the horn, not literally, Uther had a bit of a vision where he saw a volcanic landscape, ash and fire everywhere. All his comrades dead around him, but no sign of young Imitar. You guys walked back through the cave, made some discoveries about how it worked, and then short rested at the stairs at the end of it. And I think we picked up right as you kind of finished that short rest and were heading. But I forgot to mention during the short rest, I don't know if we told Imitar he did actually get 2 books.
Yeah, I do have
he
the
was
2
gone.
books.
Grant, did you want to read them during the short rest, or do you want to leave it?
I'll do it in a bit, but what are they called?
Yes. Well, hang on one sec. Let me turn this audio down a tad.
Wait, is it Trails of
one-
Order and Lineage of Kings?
No, they were different ones. They're from before.
Okay.
This is Orcus's Sanctorium, a guide and gazetteer. I'll put the names in the.
Yeah, but I can't spell for shit, so.
That is valid. That's the first one, and then the second one is the Tribulations of Gothrog the Ghastly.
Yoink. I'm just gonna put these into my notes so I know. Oh god, I'm gonna have to. There we go.
All right, Savage. So do you want to pick it either of them or nah? Leave it for the moment.
Who's Gorothog a bit?
Gothrog. Everyone make a rehistory check there. Because I think most of you probably would have seen the title of the book, so I just didn't want to get into it without Inventory there. Jesus, holy 15s.
Wow, that's kind of wild.
And the one reading the book is.
Kyra, you're getting the bad rolls out of the way for the fights later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm happy enough here, just depressed.
So Gothrog was a demon. Some say king of the Baelors during the Calamity. He was defeated at some stage during the Calamity. He wasn't among the gods labeled as betrayers. Not betrayers, sorry, the instigators of chaos. Because he was either defeated before then, or he was exiled, or he went off and did his own thing. It's not entirely known. But it is said that cultists of his believe that wherever he is, he will return, as with most religions, and have a grand awakening and spread his good word. Except his good word comes in the shape of a giant sword and an electric whip.
Oh, lovely.
Hmm.
Indeed.
More things to read.
In particular, actually, that book would cover something about two of his greatest enemies, and the other one was, funnily enough, a little bit of a guide to the dungeon.
Oh.
If Bertol pulls out an electric whip, I'm gonna bitch slap you.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, I've only got an electric boomerang. You get a whip. This is bullshit.
My mustache is looking devious, by the way.
Oh, it is. He's got it twisted at the edges.
Mm-hmm. I'm either ready to make big gets or slay an army. No one knows yet.
Bit of both. So, you guys have finished your short rest. There is a few minutes left on the path back up to the bedroom. Are you taking it, or do you guys have more planning to do? Because I don't remember if you actually reached a conclusion as to what your plan was.
Drop it in his hand, time spell.
I think our plan was walk up and hope he's not in the fucking room or we're screwed.
Yeah, it was try and get to the courtyard, I believe, and the mage
Mhm.
was going to
Right, yes, Eglith. Yeah.
meet us there somehow, but we were to give him 30 minutes, so we gave him an hour.
Yeah, he was trying to sneak his way in. Right, yeah, that's right. So you guys were just coming up to the bedroom, if I remember correctly.
That's right. We were like just outside it when he left or something. We were getting escorted there.
Yeah. So as you guys are, who's leading the way? What's the marching order back up to the bedroom here?
The courtyard.
I'm probably leading the way, I'd say.
It's
I get a
me and Ella
perception
were
check
probably
from
at
you
the
then,
back.
sir.
Who's carrying it again? Ian is
Me.
carrying it, isn't he?
Yeah.
Ian has it, yeah.
My perception is still bad.
9. Yeah, all appears to be well. As you get pretty close to the top, you hear sort of like concerned footsteps. Just one set of footsteps, one individual, as a head peeks around the corner down into the sort of hidden chamber beneath the bed that you guys emerge from. And you see the lovely, well-kept, speaking of fancy mustaches and well-trimmed beards, Sorrel looks down at you all and gives like a bit of a wave. Didn't realize this was down here. Well, I assume you were successful?
You should just hold out the parcel.
I'm not holding out no parcel.
Make him touch it. Make him touch it. See what happens.
Yeah, let's not do that. No,
Hey,
we
you
just,
touch this.
Successful is one word for it, and I just kind of keep pushing forward.
Didn't you have to move country last time you said that to someone, Weeb?
Say again?
What did he say?
Didn't you have to move country last time you said that to
Touch
someone?
it, just touch it.
Here, touch this.
Get the nonce jokes out early, boys.
How am I the nonce? I'm not even a virgin.
That's not. Whoa.
Yeah, we'll just brush past that. There's an imposter among us.
God.
Wait, actually, yeah, everyone's in a relationship here, Bar Weave. He's actually an imposter. I thought crows hunted in pairs.
That's probably something to do with the fact he can only imitate.
Like Rick and Morty.
but-
with
I haven't
the
had
crow
anything to
episode.
imitate yet.
Body pillows. The body pillows are coming back.
Oh Jesus!
Go,
Tell
go,
me
go,
no.
go,
I
go.
do actually have one on my wish list, so there you go.
So anyway, moving back on, as you guys come sort of flood out into the room, and Sorrel greets you. He points towards the door and does like a serious like, without speaking, something's up kind of a look.
Yeah, Sorrel, look, it's been a long day, okay? Just let us make our way to the courtyard as fast as we can.
Day is barely starting for you. Your route to the courtyard is not going to be straightforward. I'm pretty sure the prince himself is on his way up the tower as we speak.
Do you know of a side passage?
Any windows?
There is a window, but it's barred and, well, about a 300-foot drop.
Side passages, any?
Not from here. This is the only option, is the tunnel.
Anyone got any disguise kits?
I can disguise.
I
people,
have
think.
one.
Can I borrow
I
it
don't
and
think
disguise
I-
myself as Sorrel? So I can just walk past and he won't know it's me?
But, oh, yeah, maybe, actually. Wait, let me double check how long it takes a disguise kit to be applied.
What if Weeb disguised himself as Sorrow? Because he can
I'm
move
not giving
instantly,
him
right?
the fucking horn, Heltic. Not giving
Okay.
him the horn.
No one's let me give anyone the horn.
Doesn't say how long it takes to use, but I reason you could probably, if you did it quickly in about 5-ish minutes, you could probably do it.
Do we have one?
If he's on his
disguise
way up
kit
from
or
what
two?
you,
I have a
We do
disguise
like
self.
a 7 Potters type situation. Send a real Sorrel and
I'd rather
Imitar
not
up
speak
out
on
there
the
as
Seven
well.
Potters because that is the biggest plot hole in the history of Harry Potter. Like, what the fuck were they thinking? Just
Just
disguise
turn
him
them
as
into
someone
someone
else.
random.
Disguise him as someone else.
True.
To get him to be Mad Eye Moody, they won't go looking for Mad. They're looking for Potter. Like, holy, make 7 of them. That's a fucking good idea. Sorry, it makes me so angry. That scene does. Oh my
I
I
god.
just
never
why-
even thought of that. That's shocking.
It's the, it's
My
the
question is,
stupidest
like-
thing. Like, she's the worst writer. If you ever want a character to go for a walk, they're just stretching their legs. 47 times in one book, someone was stretching their
con-
legs. Do wizards and witches have bad legs? Is that,
I'm
is that
just
like a thing?
confused.
That
It's like they all took flying routes. Why don't they all just apparate away?
you can't operate within the confines of the mother spell?
Okay, fair enough.
That's fine.
Bullshit.
That's understandable. The rest of it's
That's
fucking
because it would
bullshit.
have been a plot hole if you could.
Stop. Like,
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not like
exactly.
there weren't more plot holes.
it's the Lord of the Rings and the Eagles all over again.
Well, they had reason.
Yes, but like fucking J.K. Rowling doesn't have a reason for anything. The fucking turf. Rant over.
Rant,
We're not
yeah,
doing
fair
7
enough.
Potters unless you can pull an eagle out of somewhere. That's the only other option.
Sorrel finishes his rant.
Yeah, just if we can swap someone else, so Sorrel can become Kagra and I become Sorrel. There's a chance we can.
We need 2 disguise kits for that, wouldn't we?
That's why I'm asking: is there another disguise kit that we can use?
Can
to
I use
change-
disguise self on other people quickly?
Disguise self
No,
usually
you
does not mean
cannot.
other people.
I know,
It's
but
kind of,
it
it's kind
says
of in
I
the name.
It says I can make myself, including.
I know
thingy,
you're
like,
confused, but
wondering.
self-masturbation does not include sex.
All right, that's just.
Self. Does no one else have another disguise kit? No one?
No,
I have a minor illusion that I can use.
that doesn't work either. I thought of
Does
that.
it not? Okay.
Not quite to that extent.
I'm trying to
They can
use
only be-
non-heavy magic-based stuff because it is a devil.
Well, the
and you might
idea,
recognize
if
it.
you want to make something seem like you could make yourself look like something else, and then if Imitar disguises himself as you,
I mean,
Then we're
I'm
missing
just
a
looking.
member.
Minor illusion, make a sound or an
Should we
object.
say he died?
We could make an illusion of something falling down the stairs,
What if we
like a ball, like a giant ball rolling down the
Indiana
stairs,
Jones,
like
right,
Indiana
as well,
Jones.
Zark.
Exactly, yeah.
what
Can I
if
be
we
the
if it hit-
ball? Because I want to fucking fall down the stairs.
what
No,
if
this
we
is, yeah, go on.
what if we forcibly disguise Sorrel as Kagra and then just kick him out of the room and he's gonna have to run like fuck, and then we can kind of hope that he's getting chased around the place.
I mean, just to clarify, you guys didn't sneak up here. The prince knew you were up.
Yeah, they know we're up here.
Yeah.
We're trying to sneak down is the issue. So we're trying to get him off the stairs or pass him, but we're not going to get 5 of us past him.
That's why I'm trying to get myself to the courtyard.
Is there any other ways down from the towers? Or only the stairs that we came
It's
up?
kind of just the stairs. It's pretty much designed so that like if anyone was breaking in or trying to
It'll be a long
find a
walk.
way in, they'd have to go through the entire castle to get to the king's
Right.
chambers.
Okay.
I guess
Okay.
I
we've kind of
guess
got
we're
one way to
fighting.
go then.
what is the reason that the king is coming up here?
To get
I
the
believe he
horn.
wishes to discuss something with you before you bring whatever it is you managed to claim back to Dear Bertol.
I suppose we could
Sounds about
try.
right.
I
Perhaps
suppose
he
we
has
could
some
try.
sort of
Have the
alternative
conversation.
offer.
I mean,
Like, Prince or
Mm.
King is on the way up.
Prince.
So
Prince.
Prince is the other guy who wants to be king.
Prince is
Yeah.
the fake king.
Yeah.
He's pretty much due to be
Right, we'll just
coronated later
have a
today.
conversation and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we can just wait here and wait for him to come up.
There is one other complication.
Yes.
Mm.
An individual was discovered in the courtyard, teleporting in. Now, I don't know if he's related to what you guys are doing here or if he's a king's agent, but this mage has been apprehended. So, if you're planning on a quick getaway, I would suggest alternatives.
As he-
Where? No. We don't trust Sorrel, do we? No.
I don't know.
I can't remember. I'm gonna be honest.
So, what you guys know about Sorrel is he was the guy that welcomed you into the castle in the first place when the king was still there before shit had fully hit the fan. But right when the king left, or when you guys left the king in Dozen's Keep, he said, "Trust Sorrel with your lives."
Okay.
So
Right,
take from
alright.
that what you will.
Okay, so he's on our side.
Most
Yeah,
likely.
he's on anybody's side as long as they sign his paycheck, but he's not going to give information willingly.
Well, he just did. He just told us that like we made our way out is gone. so-
Information to his employer willingly.
Right. Okay.
Was that the only mage?
It's the only one we know of.
He
Isn't
was,
that the
yeah, he was
bald
kind of the
one?
one that was mostly involved with you guys. There are other mages, but he was the one that you were in contact with anyway.
So he's the bold one.
The one that got apprehended.
I'm gonna go full Uther here. I'm just gonna straight up go for it. Sorrel, do you know where they took him?
I can't.
I
talk to
couldn't
chat
tell
radio.
you.
I won't be
It's
talking
most
too
likely
much
the
'cause it's
dungeons are in the
D&D,
very
but I
bottom of
can
the
talk to
castle,
chat.
but he could be dead. He could
Do you
be
know- do you
tortured.
Do you know what the king wants to talk to us about?
I assume he wants to make some sort of an offer in the place of Bertol, would be my guess.
Right.
Maybe double cross
I-
the devil.
I think we should hold out and speak to the prince.
We don't have another option. Like we've already said, we're going to speak to him. So
Is there the possibility of maybe getting another message out?
I could try, but if speed is your concern, it is
Does
not
he
very
know-
likely.
He knows exactly how many of us are in here, does he?
You should
Yeah.
do, yes.
Okay.
Well, I suppose we may talk to the
If there's a message you would like for me to try and get out, please share.
Unless someone wants to try and hang from the edge.
Mm,
I mean,
Don't
we
on
have,
me.
we have a
Can anyone
turkey. We could throw him out the
fly?
window and he might be able to kind of flap.
we'll just
I
talk to
believe
the
he is a
prince.
flightless bird.
We'll just talk to the prince. We'll see what happens.
I may be able to slip out while that is happening. Is there anything I can do to help your situation?
Well,
Do you have the power to kill a demon really quickly?
Devil.
or the
I'm
ability to
afraid not.
stop time in a big bubble for an approximate 0 to 100 days.
Wizards. You'd like me to find wizards?
That particularly ascertain that ability.
I know of
Won't
one that might
betray
be
us.
used. One or two. I can try some more context. It won't be quick. You'll need to stall for as long as you can.
Oh, I'm good at stalling. Ugh. Right.
I won't
I
ask any
sit
further
down on the
questions.
bed.
I do wish you the best of luck. And he gives a little bit of a curtsy bow as he steps out and starts to head down the stairs. And you can hear he's not gone for a minute before the rumble of armor and such as soldiers and whatever escorts this prince might have
Ages.
wander up the tower and skirt out of the way for Sorrel, and eventually come up towards the room and flood out into it. And at the center of it all, dressed in sort of like a shiny blacker colored armor, a tiefling individual, a familiar tiefling individual, is Baron Salvador. Steps into the bedchambers and looks at you all. Ah, I see you are all back in one piece, give or take.
You know, mostly back. How are you? How is everything going on? I see we have somewhat completed your plans.
Precisely. I wasn't entirely honest about some of it to you. I never told you about the part where I was the brother, but what's it to you now? Anyway, I have a delightful offer for you. This individual, the
You
General
like-
Bertol.
I've liked.
Yeah, you are. Your camera is. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's your camera or is it your internet tripping out.
Everything is gone.
Love that for you.
Yep.
This General Bertol, he is he's a bit of a pain in my side as much as he is yours, I'm sure.
Okay.
Can I ask what is the nature of which he has convinced you all to take this task on for him?
Oh, well, that depends.
Punishment of death if we don't.
Well, that was one part of the offer. There was a bit of like, you could die. There's this whole like spiel going on, and then there was something about blood, and then there was something about taking something else and moving it somewhere else, and then there was gold, which I was quite interested in, to be perfectly honest with you. It was rather interesting hearing all about the gold, and like we could have a claim to devilhood or something along those lines. To be honest with you, he started talking about gold, and I was like, yes, I
Just
like
throw
gold.
something off the table at Uther to be like, shut up talking about gold. Give him a look like.
Well, if gold is what you desire, I would be prepared to offer you many times over whatever Bertol offered you for the item which you have claimed.
Well, do you know what the item which we have claimed is?
I know it was of great importance to my half brother, and I know he and his ancestors, my ancestors, protected it with their lives.
So you don't want it to be given to him? Or what is the particular meaning by which it is?
I don't wish for it to leave the castle walls.
Oh, I see. Well, unfortunately, I don't believe we're going to be able to come to that sort of agreement right now.
That is a pity. I have one more question for you.
Yes?
I'm going to assume I'm correct in saying you met with my dear brother recently enough. Did you see his daughters with him?
With your brother with daughters? No.
If I find out you're lying,
Why
a
would I lie?
devil's bond is not going to be the priority of your concerns.
Well, instantaneous combustion, doesn't really go down quite well.
No, but at least it's quick.
True.
I won't be.
I'd like to see you try.
Tell all the ladies that.
He takes a step forward towards you. Like, he is not quite the same height as you, a little bit shorter. And he just steps to the side and gestures to the door. Very well. Be on your way then.
I would be more contorted with having a conversation. What? So you're willing to offer gold for this item? You don't even know what this item is.
Well,
You don't
I
even know the power in which this item does.
No, but I know who does, and it is one of the many responsibilities of the King of Doran to protect this item. And as king, as of, well, a few hours from now, it will be my responsibility.
But you don't even know what it does. Does that not interest you? Pique your mind?
Oh, it absolutely does. And I'll
Well-
find out.
Oh, but you don't want to ask.
Well, if you're willing to tell me.
Oh, no, that's where we start to increment in gold pieces, I'm afraid.
Name your price.
Ah. I look to the rest of the group. There's 5 of us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah?
hmm
1,000 gold pieces each for a little bit of information.
Let's make it 2. And you'll give me perhaps a little bit extra on the side, as much information as you can remember.
Oh, that's the best part. I don't remember much. So let's start, I guess. And I reach my hand out to shake.
He reaches into his pocket and slaps a decently sized sack of coin into your hands.
I pass it back to whoever's behind me. Count that.
Me. Okay, I open the sack and just start like shuffling it around, trying to like figure out
It
how
is,
much is in the sack.
Not gold, but platinum. As you open it, looks to be about 400 pieces of platinum, which is nearly half of what he's just promised straight up front.
So, the item in which we've procured had this nasty little bit of mist that floated around it. Whenever I touched the mist, because I'm a curious individual, I believe I passed out.
Yep.
May I
So
ask,
there was Yes.
What was the nature of the cave system itself? Do you know anything about it?
There was these bird people. There was a dude with a massive penis. There was a couple of skeletons. A lot of the cave systems closed back in on themselves after we were delaying. So like we kind of, you know, we fought a lot, and then we were like, oh shit, we're tired, so let's try and take a rest. And when we took the rest, there was a load of skeletons that came and tried to attack us, and that was kind of scary. But then when we went to go back to where we were trying to go to, it was closed, so it closed in on itself. So I believe the cave system itself was alive.
I meant
They
in
want to
terms of
repeat on that cock comment again. If you want to go for that again? Chat's asking.
It was a giant cock on this four-armed individual, easily the size of Kagra. But then Kagra chopped it off. It was pretty impressive.
Unfortunately, no necklace.
No penis necklace. That was the real goal when we went down there, you know, to get this beautiful adornment. You know, it would have been like hanging as like a fifth leg, because you know it's so big. It's not just a third
We
leg.
went down
It's
for
a
the horn and we
fourth
left
and
horny. Don't
fifth.
ask about it.
It was a rather interesting idea. I would have loved it, but you know, when you kill these things, they turn to like a sludgy thing. You can't even eat
Yes.
them. It's
They're
really
almost
sad.
arriving when you get there.
Yeah.
we've had that situation with them before. I mean the origins of the cave. If you know anything of that, was there any scriptures, anything that might suggest who built it, where the item you procured came from?
No idea.
To be perfectly honest, I believe there was a funny language that some of them were screaming. It kind of sounded a bit like, and but like that was about
Gil
it.
Holland
You know?
throat singing.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I don't really know much about it. Anybody else know anything about it?
I think the horn was sounding like the Tesco bargain bin, but
You know of the ancient Tasconians. Interesting.
Procured
Yeah,
their
they're
groceries.
good.
Their
prices
blue
are great.
collars and black pants. Very interesting.
how fast you jumped on that is actually amazing. It's like absolute top tier.
So you're telling me there was no scriptures relating to who
Oh, not-
made the item, where it
not
came
that
from?
I understood. There was definitely some
So
sort of
sweet.
writings if you want to go down and have a look at them. But
Hmm.
I personally could not understand them. Like I said, it was like screechy noises they were making at. Actually,
Can I clamp
Illithor.
Imitator's face real fast?
Yeah.
Damn it, I
Illithor.
wanted to say something.
No. shit.
Illithor, did you not have like a conversation with one of those things?
He didn't
whole-
really. He didn't really say much. He was kind of just looking to trade one of our lives for safe passage, and then Kagra punched him in the face, and then we fought.
Well,
Subtle.
Yeah, so like, you know, it was some ancient like devil language. Well, you know.
I see. And well, that brings me to the big question: the item itself. What is it?
Well, it is a horn.
Oh. Okay. I see.
I don't know what it does, to be perfectly honest with you, but it is a horn.
If you hold it to your ear, you can hear the ocean.
No, it's not the
Really?
ocean you will hear
I
if
like
you hold it
turn
to your
looking
ear.
for it. Well, I want to listen to the ocean. I haven't
It's
heard the
also-
ocean in years.
It's also quite pointy, so at a push, if you no other option, you could maybe jab somebody with it.
Oh, that also
Go
sounds
for
quite
the
interesting.
eyes.
I do enjoy a bit of stabby.
You can use it as role play during sex and put it on your willy.
Oh my god! Why are you hiding this item from me? This sounds like my fantasy right here, guys.
Kasana, and a younger female mage steps forward.
Oh no.
Yes, sir. They have the item on them right now, and she
Oh, no.
looks around. Her eyes sort of flash for a second. The blue one does. I suppose it would be rude of me to ask to see it, but how big would you say it is? She gives a brief description.
Am I talking to her or
Hmm.
him?
No, you're not talking. She sees everything.
Is
Interesting.
he asking her about the horn or the other horn?
Oh,
Look,
well,
to be honest,
depends on which
I'm a bit
horn.
of a grower. I'm not much of a shower here.
He looks back towards you. You really have no idea what this one is, do you?
I smile.
I'm
It
shy.
depends on what kind of conversation we're talking about.
That horn was chopped from the head of Orcus himself,
Oh,
The-
really?
previous lord of the undead.
Oh.
If you were to hold it to your ear, you wouldn't hear the sound of the ocean, I'm afraid. You would hear tens
They
of
lied to
thousands
me?
of lives screaming in pain and torture and agony. That item, if it falls into the wrong hands, could very well bring upon an apocalypse.
Well, we better not let it fall into the wrong hands then.
From my perspective, it already has.
I am a nice
Well,
guy.
that is a shame, isn't it?
Are we that bad?
No, we're cornucopian.
I don't know you. That's the thing. The one task I set out for you to do for me was failed horribly, miserably.
That's his fault.
So you're not going to let us walk out of this building?
If I don't, you will die for breaking your blood oath. And if I do,
Well,
we all might
technically,
die.
we're not going against the blood oath if you take it from us, right?
Are you suggesting
just
I
have
take
to-
it from you?
As long as
No,
we allow
I wouldn't
him.
suggest that at all. No, not at all.
I mean, he
All
would
I
have to
know
take
is
a-
that we have to get to the courtyard.
Yes.
You could try to stop us.
But if you were to prevent us getting there immediately, that might, be impossible for us to get there.
It's unfortunate, but I can't let you leave at all if you are hoping to hitch a ride from the courtyard.
Who was talking about hitching a ride?
Who's getting hitched?
Well, we put two and two together, and he holds his hand out to one of the guards who tosses a black sack on the ground, and out from it just rolls a
A
human's head.
You know,
Here's his,
you may think you are the
Eggleth.
I reach
smartest
across
in
in front of
person
you, sir.
in
The mage.
this room,
oh, the mage we were
but
talking
you, sir,
to.
know how to
Oh.
fuck up many things quicker than anybody else did in this room yet.
Yes, I take pride in so. So we have reached an impasse, it would seem.
Very much so.
Now you.
Were you in my shoes, how would you settle it?
I would trust the individuals I originally desired to get the job. If you could read between lines, you would be a fabulous, fabulous king, but right now you are a bastard.
I'm not
Pretty
failing to
fucking
read
stupid.
between
Fucking
lines.
lit.
They don't call me the bastard baron for nothing. I know of my heritage. I
you
merely
don't.
wish to. I know more of my heritage than you know of yours, young Kagra.
All right, that was low. That was
What
very
do you
low.
mean? We found his dad.
Punch in the
I
cock.
I wish to remove any claim that could sour my claim, if that makes sense. I wish to marry my son to one of the king's daughters in hope to solidify the royal
In the family.
throne.
Why is your
Hey,
family tree alive?
Incest is wincest. If you can't keep it in your pants, you got to keep it in the family.
It is a game the whole family can play.
Bingo.
I'd rather Monopoly, personally.
Listen,
Either way, someone's screaming.
Are you making your son get married to his sister?
Puzzle.
It
Cousin.
is his
cousin, sorry,
half cousin, to be clear.
Yeah,
It's
but
in
it's
the
from the
half
same
and-
seed, like, pretty
Half?
much.
Is there such a
Half-inbred.
thing as a half cousin?
They
Depends on
stopped
which end
halfway
you
Yeah.
through.
drop him at, to be honest.
Because it only takes one parent to be a cousin. So how could you be a half cousin?
Well, okay, then I suppose this is a cousin, yeah? That makes sense.
Good job, Senate. You were useful.
Yay!
listen.
Our genealogy is
Listen.
correct. Woohoo.
I might
not
not
fucked.
be the best at this conversational shit, but what I do understand is right now, if we do not get out into that courtyard after you have slain this individual that we do not know anything about, nothing but death is going to be brought upon this world. And you know for a goddamn fact that that demon, devil, whatever the fuck you want to call him, He's going to plunge a sword so far up your ass that it will come out your mouth. And because of some hocus pocus shitty ocus, your head will then end up back facing your ass.
I have fought much, much worse than that devil. And just in case there was any misconception, Bertol is not the one in control of that situation, nor am I. There's another he listens to, and probably more beyond that.
But he is the
We didn't
person
wanna
that we
get on
have
his
to get
bad
through
side.
first.
Yes, but what do you think he intends to do with that?
Yeah, betray the person above him. That's how it works.
No. He is as bound as you are. He has no choice, and he knows this. You are the ones foolish enough to think not.
So
Look,
what do you
we're
want
not
us
paid
to do?
think.
Just leave it here? Die on the spot?
I'm asking you to make the most noble of sacrifices. And I ask that you do it quickly because I believe Bertol is on his way here.
I mean,
Okay,
you're a
we have a
noble.
plan.
We could sacrifice you.
Yeah, just as easily. Like
What's good with
as
that?
simple
do?
as it is, we have a plan, and it is the best plan we can think of. Your plan is
Is
not well
die.
thought out. Like
My
I'm-
plan is forbid him from entering the castle, and he cannot enter the castle.
also, you're the king. You're the civil
Oh,
servant. You listen to us,
he
you
will.
fuck.
He's
I
not
don't
king
think you're
yet.
quite understanding how this works. Give me the horn,
Or
or fail your task and die. It's quite simple, really.
well, if we
Yeah,
give
that's not
you
gonna happen.
the horn, we
Or-
fail our task and die as well.
Precisely, it's just a matter of how many die with you.
All
Well,
of us.
But
Choose
we're
more.
not going to die.
I
because we're going
choose-
to continue with our
In
plan.
the words of Cersei, I choose violence.
So let me just let's play this out. You would rather risk not dying now to destroy the whole world an hour, 2 hours, a day from now, rather
Yeah.
than just die now and save the world. Live
We
on as
don't-
heroes.
We
The
don't
first
plan
great
on.
heroes of the new kingdom of Doran.
Yeah, like
We
you're going to
don't plan
declare
on-
us the heroes. Yeah, you're not going to declare yourself the hero that saved the world. Ooh, look at me, I'm the prince. Ooh, shut up, man. Let's do our thing.
Also, we don't plan on destroying the world. We plan on fucking living in it.
Well, that makes a little bit of sense. But I'm afraid it is born of severe naivety, in all honesty.
How about we come to an impasse? You let us get to the courtyard with said thing, and we do a little hocus pocus, shitty ocus again, and we get through this
And
What do you
together.
hope to do in the courtyard, out of curiosity?
Break
Where
our
did you
bond.
find the individual that you've just slain?
The courtyard where we slayed him.
Yes, and do you not believe he has the ability to magically stop time and get an army together?
Oh, I would assume he had some sort of magic powers like that, but unfortunately he's fucking dead.
Yes,
Yes.
due to
Good
your
job
brilliance
fucking up
ruling.
the plan, sir.
So,
Look, have you got any mages?
where does the courtyard fall into this?
It was a big open space that we could get.
Oh no, you are. Oh, you are horribly mistaken. You think handover could happen anywhere but Zingoth. You don't realize the instant the handover happens, Bertol's plan, or his master's plan, his mistress's plan goes into fruition.
Is she hot?
By design, certainly.
Sorry.
Is my hand still clamped over his face?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he's just talking. He's talking through your fingers at this stage.
I guess he resists. Yeah, he's resisting you. I guess.
So what is
And
your
what
plan?
is his mistress's plan then?
Or that too, yeah.
Well, his mistress. I don't know if I should share this information with you because you don't seem content to go on with my plan at all.
You haven't
Well,
told us your
is
full
for us
plan.
to
You
die.
haven't told
your-
us your plan. You've
your
just told us
plan
that you're gonna
is-
kill us.
Your
That's
plan
what-
is drop dead here in this fucking room.
Yeah, and the horn never has to leave and can't leave. And
Hey, but I plan on leaving.
So, wait. If you're going to either kill us anyway, why won't you just tell us your plan? We're not gonna leave here, is what you've just said.
That is my plan. My plan is really simple. You all perish. I keep the horn in here. Bertol can never enter my castle to claim it. End of story.
Is
In
he
what
already the
world do you
castle?
think I was about to say, in what world do you think he's not going to enter the castle? He was also here like 2 hours ago.
Ah, the beauty of the naivety of you don't know what he is. And it's so flavorful.
Is he like allergic to bedrooms?
No, he is forbidden from entering a premises that
Just
he is not
sick of
invited in. Does
listening
that
to you.
get a hint into your clueless little minds?
Okay, I'm gonna really quickly just blow this all up. I hereby invite Bartol into this bedroom and into the further cave. Okay, your plan's fucked.
You're not the owner of the castle.
Neither are you.
unfortunately.
Neither
You're
are
not
Neither are
you.
you.
Neither are
I-
you.
By right of conquest, in 3 hours from now, I will be officially
Okay.
coronated as the king.
That's 3 hours.
So what you're saying is
hours
all we have
from
to do
now.
is
Half an hour.
so what you're saying is all we have to do is put a sword through you, and then we own the castle as a group by conquest, and then
No,
we
because
can
I have
invite
left
him in.
in my place a line of inheritance.
It's not
Right.
legitimate, which
Conquest
is
is
why
not the
you
same
need your
thing as
son
murder.
to bang your niece.
Precisely.
Yeah, that too. So your plan is this: you're not king yet, so you have no power here. 2, you're going to make your son bang his cousin to make a lineage that is already bastardized. You want to
And
kill
hasn't
us,
start- and
take
hasn't
the
happened
horn,
yet.
and protect it by doing nothing. Or
I don't
considering you
have to
can't
do
come in here,
anything.
can't we just stay in here with the horn anyway? Like
You
your
will
entire
die if you
plan
do so.
is.
That's merely what I'm asking.
But I don't think you understand. We don't want to die. It's a very, very
I
simple one. Just
get
say it back to me.
that.
Say it back one time. Just say, I don't
I
want.
sympathize with
How
you. I
about
know
this?
you don't want to die. But
Well,
unfortunately, you've
we'll
landed in
sympathise
this
with an
situation and I
uppercut now in a
don't see
minute.
an alternative. Listen,
I
will
okay,
compromise
how's
with
this-
Oh, no,
how's this for an
here's
alternative? Here's an alternative.
Violence.
fire ahead.
Kill yourself with us.
If it had any positive effect, I would consider it.
It
Okay,
would
well, it's
stop
the
me
only
from getting a
way.
headache.
It's the only way that. I mean, we're not leaving. I'm not willingly dying here today. So you just kill yourself too, and then
You go first, though.
Joe, you
Why
don't
don't
want to
you
do
hear
it.
my
do ya?
compromise
You-
then?
What's the compromise? Go on.
I am not going to be coronated for another 3 hours. You make a valid point. I cannot stop Bertel entering here in the next 3 hours. I would have you all swear another blood oath
Oh, fuck me.
and give you 3 hours of time to make this correct, to right your wrongs and save your
What did we do
lives
wrong?
and everyone else. Well, your unfortunate circumstances rather than wrongs.
Caused by you fuck.
Not by me, no. I had nothing to do with that. I don't want the horn leaving this
No.
premises at all. You swore that oath.
You started the ball rolling.
You
with the
sent
whole...
us to. You literally sent us to the lion's den.
I wasn't
And
the one
then-
who started that. General Bertol was the one who created your warrants for the rest. He was the one who handpicked you out of the crowds.
But didn't you also start the entire, like, thing where you wanted to become king and claimed yourself as the prince and then everything else that kind of fell
Sure.
into that?
That had nothing to do with all of you, though.
I know, but it has like a butterfly effect, you know? Like, have you ever heard of that? Like, the wings of a butterfly can make a hurricane. Is it like you started this little petty argument of, I want to be king, and now suddenly we're in a bedroom arguing about whether or not I want to die?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Accurate
that's
enough.
fucked, like, it's your fault.
Your
Do I uppercut
logic
him
is
now? Do I have the group's
thwarted.
permission to uppercut him?
Are you taking this offer or
Um,
not? 3 hours. We will teleport you where you want. We'll give you transport, but you will need to swear a blood oath.
No.
I mean, like, clearly we don't want to die. So
No.
clearly we don't want the apocalypse
Hold on,
to
hold
happen.
on, actually, wait.
While
What are the
we
terms
stand
of the blood oath?
6 feet from
So
the
is-
fucking center of it.
The terms
We
of the
can't-
blood oath would be that if you do not essentially avoid Ragnarok in the next 3 hours, you will die, or return the horn to me.
I mean, that's literally the biggest.
So that
fucking
would
give us.
so
what
it,
it takes us.
by signing that by agreeing to that blood oath, we would be going against our current blood oath and die
No.
anyway.
By acting, you would. But I was under the impression that your whole plan was to break your current blood oath, no?
Yes, by having an entire plan set out by a mage whose his head is on the floor, man.
Yes, that can be easily replaced.
Can
Look,
then we
here's the
continue with
thing,
our
right?
plan?
Your
That's
terms are
Precisely
not.
what I'm suggesting, but just
Your
an
terms
expedited timeline.
And
I don't
blood
like
oaths,
it.
more blood oaths.
More blood oaths.
There's no need for
3
your blood oath.
hours of your time or 3 hours of our time?
What difference does that make?
Depends where the time stops.
I love you.
Not
Yusuf.
sure I follow.
I once
Oh,
knew
I
a
see where you're
very
going with
intelligent
this.
man.
I know where this is going. I like it. Evan doesn't. Let's do it.
No, I do know where this is going.
Let's
He
do
means the bubble.
And I'm going to speak OOC here because
Uh-huh.
anachronistic anomaly
Yes.
states that time does not move for the individuals placed in the bubble.
Yes.
Hence, 3 hours of our time does not move forward, but 3 hours of theirs will.
Yes. It
So
would be 3
that's-
hours of your time.
So hence, we could get up to nearly 100 days.
Yep.
Now, we would not move for said 100 days.
Stretch my
And if
legs.
any of you were not in the time freeze, and the horn was,
It'd be
those that
fucked,
are
yeah.
not would be fucked.
So everyone would have to be placed inside the bubble.
Wasn't that the plan in the first
The way I see it, this is the only way you get to keep your lives and the world doesn't end.
I don't like the blood oath.
Well, I have unfortunately no other way of guaranteeing that if you solve this, I get the horn back.
How about the fact that we haven't killed you yet and just left?
If we started a fight right now, you're outnumbered, what, 5-1 here?
I know if we kill
Yeah,
you,
but-
it still feels better. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It still
but yeah,
feels
but
good.
we have a dragon and a bird that can summon shit. So we're like we'll take.
Why are
the
you letting him
chances.
know?
Listen.
Fucking read.
It's actually comedic that you think you would likely last more than 12 seconds in a fight
I'll touch
against
the horn, see what
my
happens.
Let's be
Crown's guard.
realistic here. Look at the bitch that just identified every single thing on Kagra and the rest of our bodies.
Her alone
Could
would
fucking
probably
decimate
be
the rest
an
of
unfair
us.
fight.
And she
Against all of
stopped
you.
time.
Probably. Can you, Kasana?
Do you
Yeah.
know how to create an anachronistic anomaly?
Not specifically, but I know other alternatives.
I'm not talking
then
about
sounds like she's great.
stopping time for about 6 seconds.
No, but I know how to find people that can. Put it that way.
Name me one individual that can.
Midnight.
Can I try
It
to
is
seduce
her
the
anachronistic
girl?
anomaly.
What you say, Seder?
Can I try to seduce the girl?
How?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Can I try?
Show him the growing on a
You
show.
could, you could try.
Right.
Sorry.
I
Uther, do you wanna
alone,
go for it?
So I agree. No, I'm not going to woo this mage. I do not trust mages. Mages are fickle. I do trust a king that's offering a blood oath, though, because
He's not a king.
what? He's as much a king as you are.
I'm a king of my
I'm
own
the
body.
king.
Exactly.
Ugh.
He's a king of his own body.
If you
No,
are
he's
due to
not.
graduate your studies later on in the day, do you not say that you are a graduate of whatever institution you attended?
Gentlemen, we do not have much of an opportunity here. I do not foresee us magically being able to fight through all of these individuals in front of us. I also do not see us being able to work our plans since, you
He
know,
fucked it.
there's a head on the floor.
I would consider the oath if you gave me more than 3 hours because my choice is
But
die
it's
now
3
or
hours of
die in
our
3
time.
hours time.
Not
or
necessarily.
like our plan could result in the saving of the world, but I die 3 hours into it, and then that's it.
Listen,
Make a persuasion check.
Me?
yeah.
Yep. 3 hours, not a minute more.
So you're saying we have to work out the logistics in this. We cannot hand over anything handed over unless it's in Zingoth. For us to complete our blood oath, it needs to be handed over,
Yes.
right? Why can it not be handed over in the courtyard?
There is absolutely no planet that Bertol would allow that. Actually, there's no planet I would allow that because in the event that you failed, well, I won't share details that you're not privy to, but trust me, this whole city would not be standing if that were to happen.
Seems like a perfect way to go out as a bastard king.
So you want to withhold information from us while we make a blood oath to you, knowing that
Yes.
you are keeping information that could help us succeed from us.
Precisely, because the only assured destruction here if you fail is yours, not necessarily mine.
I don't know about that. If failure happens, everything in this fucking dimension probably goes.
There are other
I'll agree.
dimensions.
Your
I
terms
mean-
are pretty much if he kills us, we die to your blood oath.
You're starting to get this, yes. You have no options here if you want to try and save your own lives than to accept another blood oath.
But that's my point. The 3-hour thing means we either have to go and give it to him now,
Mm-hmm.
and then try to plan in desperation without our fucking mage.
I
and
told you
most
I can get
likely
you another
lose,
mage.
and we all die, or give it to him. Whereas if you gave us more time, we could work the plan. Work with you
Unfortunately,
with the plan. You could join our plan.
I am granting you these 3 hours out of pure pity for your situation. It would be safer for me to not give you these 3 hours for my own life and sake. I am willing to risk everything, literally everything, to give you 3 hours. Besides, how long would you have expected your plan would take?
Well, how long is it gonna take to get us a mage?
Minutes? Less?
And can you mobilize an army fast enough to fight the devil?
My army was fully mobilized yesterday when we conquered the city. One of the heaviest fortified cities in the world.
Sounds like a plan.
There's not much else we can really do. Well, like, do you just want to fade away into dust? It's blood oath or nothing here, guys.
Again, he hasn't really
If you want if you want an easy way out, I suggest you just don't take the blood oath. And I hold out my hand and prepare.
Can I get another branding?
I'm sure it can be arranged.
Because I don't do blood oaths.
Very well. I think it's
I'll
time
make
you
sure
met
use
the
it.
devil that's going to do this for you. Kimura! And from the corner of the room, this shape just steps into existence. This really tall, devilish, fiendish, slightly more devilish looking woman. Really beautiful, long black hair, sculpted, fiendish face features, really dark red skin. Kind of gives you all
Wednesday
kind of like a
Addams?
smile.
Wednesday Adams?
Red skin.
Mommy.
Depends on the lighting. it's
she
mood
looks
lighting,
to you
you're
all
down.
and says, I've been watching you for quite some time. So,
Rape.
who's first?
I hand out my hand.
So the terms of this are the horn must be returned to you in 3 hours or you will perish.
The horn must be returned to the king in 3 hours, or we will perish.
That's not what he said.
He
He
looks
said the world must not be ended in 3 hours.
Shh.
I think we have it. Let's return to the king.
Return to the king, not this very room. I'm not fucking around with blood oaths.
To this castle.
Fair enough. That includes the courtyard.
Inside the outer walls of the castle, yes. Very well said, back to me.
Wait, I forgot. What was it?
I don't
The
fuck
blood
around
oath
with blood
binds
oaths.
you to bring back the horn to the grounds of the castle in the next 3 hours.
This blood oath binds me to bring back the horn to the castle in the next of my 3 hours.
That is acceptable. And she holds her hand onto your shoulder, and just a handprint burns and brands itself onto your shoulder as you feel the blood underneath it start to boil and the skin turns black around it. And she releases her hand. 1 down, 4 to go.
Yeah,
Who's
well,
next?
Who the fuck's this bitch?
That name?
You recall the dear king here said that Bertol had someone in charge of him.
Wait,
Huh?
what?
It's her.
to put it simply, what he couldn't tell you because he has a blood oath of his own, Bertol is bound to me, but he's found a loophole in his oath that is allowing him to act out of turn, and I can't have that.
Are you powerful enough to release us from his blood oath?
Not without killing you.
Okay.
Damn it! Almost.
Have you got any good revives?
I thought about that idea, but it didn't really. I don't think it works that hard.
Well, you're already branded, so you would have been the only one that was fucked if it happened.
no.
My kind
I
of
haven't done
revives
it yet.
are not quite what you might think.
More zombies.
Hey, I'm down to be a devil. And I kind of like strut over to the door and just kind of like scratch my nuts.
Who's next?
Haven't had a more euthalock sentence in my life. I'll go next.
She makes you repeat the phrase, puts her hand on your shoulder, and the feathers around where she touches sort of singe away and burn, and there's the smell of like almost like burning bone in the room. It's not a nice smell.
Mm.
She works through all of you, but when she gets to you, Kagra, seeing as you were the one that got branded before, you notice her touch is nowhere near as strong as Bertol's felt. Seems that. Make an insight check for me.
Why'd you ask me to roll? Give me anything else.
Because you rolled bad, you drew a good one.
He's gonna roll on that one. Watch.
Oh no, we're good.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You get the impression that she has managed to cut the queue in terms of devil powers by having something over Bertol. And she is not nearly powerful enough to be where she is, yet she still has something over him.
Can you play the imposter noise again?
Mm.
Yeah. That feels better.
Mm.
He's the hoe.
It's like a glass onion.
Alright,
I'm more
so
of a
she's
glass
not as
half full
powerful.
kind of guy.
So I could
Not
have set up a
necessarily
foot of
not
it.
as powerful, but there's definitely a corner cut somewhere.
She's not as much a devil.
She's just less
with
powerful.
Bertol, you got without a shadow of doubt in your mind that if ever you were in the presence of an archdevil, it would be him for sure.
Hmm.
Whereas with her, it's not like that. It's slightly stronger than the fiendish powers you felt downstairs. A good bit stronger, but nowhere even close to the spec that Bertol had.
Yeah, but she could be more cunning.
Precisely.
Okay.
More of a thinker, less of a fighter.
So
Perhaps.
she finishes the last of your brands. Well, it's been a pleasure doing business. And, well, I'd say good luck, but it doesn't really affect me either way which way this goes.
I mean, if it goes really shit and he gets the horn, it sounds like it would be pretty difficult for you.
Not for me, no.
And just out of curiosity, if it doesn't matter which way it goes, why are you choosing this way?
Because he is not more cunning than me, but he seems to think he is. And I want to humble him.
So why don't you want the horn?
I don't have too much use for the horn.
Pride's
I
getting
can think
in
of
the
a few uses.
Also, I would be... Shut up. Also, I would be afraid of what the horn might do to me.
Clearly Berthold isn't.
That's what she said.
Well, in that
We
case,
better.
I will...
We were told there would be a mage.
Yes, I have nothing to do with that. And she sort of turns around and walks towards the wall and swipes her hand at the wall, and it just erupts in flames, and she just walks into the flames, and the wall turns to normal. King-elect, regal king, prince,
Prince.
Bastard
baron,
bitch.
Salvador looks to you all and says, very well, a mage will be brought to you in as fast as possible. And Kasana charges off down the
Yeah,
stairs.
sure. Take your time.
It's not like
I-
we have 3 hours before we die.
Well, wouldn't want to put any pressure on you now, would I? So,
Well,
My
Never mind.
contacts have told me that Bertol is on his way here. So, how do you want to go about this? Maybe we can be of assistance.
Is there any
Well,
way
we need
can
you ready.
rest?
We need you
And
to
We
he'll
only
be
have 3
here in
hours.
20 minutes less.
Also, we only have 3 hours to get this done. So
Hey, if I was given 3 hours to live, I'd take a nap for one of them for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, we already had a nap.
Oh, yeah, you also have just rested like 10, 20 minutes ago.
I just want to get more spell slots.
Oh, that's an
we'd have
8-hour
it.
rest.
I know.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
Can we
So-
bubble rest?
This is the best way that we are going to be able to do this. For our original blood oath to be complete, the horn has to be at least handed to him in a bag. He's not touching the horn in that capacity.
Mm-hmm.
The anachronistic anomaly goes off, and
Yep.
once that anachronistic anomaly finishes, you, sir, need to have X amount of people here to A, get the bag off of him, B, beat the living shit out of him, and C, kill him.
Probably in any order.
You're also probably going to need some sort of spell to
Before
stop him from
He
getting
touches
away.
the horn.
Can we do a time bubble to rest in?
No.
No,
No.
because that's not our time. It would be frozen.
We don't have a catnap, unfortunately.
Yeah, and we all,
Already
yeah,
got spell slots.
you definitely need some sort of you need some sort of way of stopping him from leaving once the bubble drops, because he has instantly teleported us and himself like multiple times. We know that for a fact.
Kimura will be able to handle most of that, more or less.
It's easy to block magic. Or
Not
react to it.
necessarily easy,
But-
but
I was going to say,
It's
can she
doable.
block devil magic?
More than likely.
well,
difference.
Kimura is the devil over him. We basically like. I do not mind being the person in the fight with him, but I need the blood magic ended, and I will do everything in my power to remove him from existence, at least this material plane.
Once I drop the bag and the time bubble starts,
we can all start swinging.
I can just lightning breath immediately just to try buy me time to do
Well,
something.
no, he needs to at least pick up the bag.
I'm gonna drop it into his hand. That was the original
I think
plan.
I actually think we should put the bag inside a bag.
It is inside 2 bags.
Exception.
It is inside 2 bags.
It is
Double
inside
bags,
2 bags.
double wrapped.
Okay, well then let's triple bag it. You know. We
I don't think
give,
the amount of
them-
bags is gonna make much of a difference right now.
Well, delay the inevitable. If it's a bag inside a bag, he reaches inside, grabs the bag, and then goes, "Oh shit, time bubble," and then reaches for the other bag. In the process of doing that, they're not going to be able to get that bag that instantly. You
That's the
understand what I'm
problem.
saying?
Once the bag is in his possession, it's in his possession, and that breaks our oath.
Yes.
Also, he could just like breathe fire, burn the bags off of the off of the horn before he goes anywhere near it.
I don't think he
I know, but
necessarily
he doesn't
breathes
have
fire.
it in his head that there will be a deception.
No.
That's what
Yeah.
we're working off. We're working on the fact that he expects us just to hand it to us, and then when he's done with us, he's not thinking that like, oh, they're gonna do some magical time bubbles. Like he's not thinking
he
that.
probably thinks that if we oppose him, we're gonna attack him and die instantly.
We've thought too far ahead for him to think that we're thinking ahead.
Not necessarily. I wouldn't put that down on the thing. What is your suggestion, almighty powerful king of devils and dragons and
Bullshit.
mischief and all of that nonsense?
Once it's dropped in his hand, our oath breaks.
I'm not
Correct.
talking to you. I'm talking to the other guy.
Oh, fair. You said king. and I was
Talking
like, I'm
to
here.
me,
Yes. What is your suggestion on the matter?
I think you all should just take the L and perish, as the kids say.
Okay, absent the stupid answer, which isn't gonna happen, what would your next best choice be?
The multiple bag idea is sound. The only problem is, what if he does think ahead? He has planned this for so long, I would imagine, that he has every possibility covered. What if he asks for you to take the bag off and hand it to him so that the first thing he touches is flesh on horn?
Then wouldn't
then?
we
No.
be touching the horn and whatever power would be unleashed upon us?
Is me very simply saying, nah, I'm not touching that shit.
What if we were to touch the horn?
That could potentially
We're
kill
not
you.
touching the horn.
You didn't have to
What-
touch
I'm
the
just-
horn.
what
You could still keep a
happens-
bag on your hands. There are ways he could make you do this.
We just hand them the bag. If anything else pops up, we think on our feet.
I mean, we could just throw the bag at him and say, and like spit on the ground and tell him to go fuck himself, and then suddenly the bubble hits as soon as he touches it.
If you want me to throw
Like
it at him,
throw
I'll
it at
throw
his
him.
feet. Just throw it at his feet. It doesn't necessarily have to be to
Yeah.
him. And just be
Yeah.
like, be
What's
like all
his
angry and be like, "Bitch, go fuck yourself,
The
yeah."
blood oath is
Go away,
us
yeah.
handing it to him, just so you just remember.
Yeah. I will also
He
just
specifically
clarify
say
that
hand
I
or
have
give.
to hand it to him.
the most important thing as well is you don't know what the delay on the blood oath is going to be like.
Yeah, true.
That's what the
Delay on what blood oath?
If the oath is fulfilled, who's to say it happens instantly? It doesn't take 2 seconds to go
Well,
through.
then either way we die.
Yeah, precisely.
that's what the bubble's
least
there for.
this- at
Time
least
is
this
the-
way we
that's
get a
what
chance
they'd
at living.
do. I'd rather have the chance of living than it is a 2-second interval of him
It's-
picking up the bag.
I understand. I'm merely suggesting maybe don't breathe lightning in his face, so drop a fireball on him before you feel that brand disappear.
I'll take that risk. If the rest of
In
them can
theory,
live and
we
I die,
shouldn't.
then that's fine by me.
No, but
In
well, it's
theory-
not just you that lives; it's the rest of us that die with
No,
you.
but like I'm breaking my
In-
blood oath. Yous aren't
But you
breaking yours
breaking the
by-
blood oath as a party.
It's
what
our blood
ruins
oaths were
it.
individual. It wasn't
Not
a party's blood oath. It
necessarily.
was individual.
Also,
We're all
His-
tied.
if
Plus,
the
I'm
plan
branded.
is
I'm not blood oathed. Remember, I'm on a separate page. to you
Same
guys.
effect.
Same
If the
effect.
plan-
but if I die then and yous get out, then that's fine by me.
I
if the
will
plan is
definitely.
executed correctly, it won't matter if it takes 2 seconds to lift because we will be frozen and it will lift in 100 days' time and 2
Possibly.
seconds when you unfreeze us.
Precisely. That's why I merely mentioned the damage thing. Also, in relation to whether or not your oaths are linked, they would have to be, or else there would only be one survivor out of the lot of you, and that would be whichever one of you handed him the horn.
Hmm.
Right. I
Yes,
suppose
My
but it
suggestion
was-
is, if you are so insistent on this, is just make sure he doesn't ask for the horn to be given without the bags on it.
Yeah, well, like that's a different
And
thing.
before doing anything, make sure your brands are gone.
Am I
because
the only
when
one
that-
that'll feel when the brand is gone? Because I have the brand.
No, we'll all feel it burn.
You will all feel it. It will feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. But that is not just important for before the bubble goes up. That is going to be very, very important after it goes down. Because you are the ones that are going to be in the epicenter of whatever it is we have planned to dispose of him.
Can I just ask you, do your best not to kill us because we are cooperating.
Whatever happens, happens. But
Are you going to lead the charge in?
Can I
charge
ever
in
talk to
against the
someone and
devil.
not do a blood oath? Like just once, I'd like just talk to like a barkeep and not be like, "Oh, you have to pay for that with a blood oath." Just once, you know.
Huh?
Doesn't work like that. The world is all blood oaths. The only thing
If
certain
the-
in life is death and taxes and blood oaths.
And incest, supposedly.
I still
then
can't
Dora.
believe you're deciding to do that.
We in Alabama.
But all the jokes about Doran were just that jokes.
You don't have
Fool I
Alabama ready,
was.
do you? We home.
It's the best way of ensuring that there is no doubt about who should be on the throne. Come the time for my grandson to take the throne, he will be
He said, "Come."
a pure line of both kings.
Yeah,
Did say come, well done.
pure line of both kings. He'll keep his one eye on the kingdom.
He'll also
Lion
lose
King
all his
Kong.
teeth.
I'm bringing Evie for this because I don't like this anymore.
Is that a weighted Eevee?
It's a pillow, Evie. I sleep on it.
A voice clears its throat from the door. And you all turn and look, and
We're coming in
just
here.
standing there leaning
Jesus.
against the door frame is Bertal, 8 feet tall, bit of a smile on his face. So, how about our deal then? And we're gonna take a break.
Penis.
Fuck. Well, we're fucked.
We're in a
Quick,
bedroom and
someone
we're
throw
trying to
it
have
at
a
him.
good time. Like,
I literally, my character has had one goal this entire time, which was do not
What?
die, and it's fucked. Like,
He's trying
we're
so
just-
very hard.
I mean, to be fair, I was the only one close to dying so far.
no,
that was
I
by
was there.
design of my character that I
Kagra was
wasn't.
also pretty
Right,
rough at one
I'm muting
stage.
for the break. You can bring us back in, Evan.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Welcome back into the action where we last left off 5-10 minutes ago. You guys were tossing back and forth plan bits and pieces, and some holes were pointed out that you went to address, but before the plan could be finally solidified, Bertal was just kind of there, lingering at the door, the opposite side of the room to where Kimura had left just minutes ago. And he looks in at the room with kind of like a fascinated expression. And then a look of kind of disappointment as he looks at the would-be King Salvador. I expected so much more from you. It's such a pity. The rest of you, what have you to say for yourselves?
We got your horn.
Sup?
You got my horn. Well, may I have it?
Go for it.
I mean,
Yeah,
is
just
the-
come in here. Go ahead.
He steps forward.
See, we're fucked.
Does the would-be king do anything to stop this happening?
He backs up.
Of course he
Little
does.
Fucking bitch, I
Fucking
knew it.
useless cunt.
What can he do here? What can you guys do?
Cry.
Give him a look like you fucked it.
Bertolt looks around to look straight at him and says, "If you were hoping that I would show restraint and not do it here, well, I'm afraid I don't particularly care where I do it. However, I'll be a little bit merciful. We'll do this in another location. Cornucopium,
Yes.
gather round, please.
Yes, sir.
Anyone
Step
not gathering
forward.
round?
I
I
don't
step
really have
forward.
much of a fucking choice right now.
I basically jump in Bertol's arms because otherwise we're dead anyway.
Oh, before we go, one minor detail. You won't be needing these anymore. And he waves his hand over the brands that Kimura just put on you all, and they fade away to nothingness.
Yay, I'm not gonna
Ooh.
die.
Interesting.
Nice.
He looks again at the prince. Don't try anything like that ever again. I would punish you with death, but I need you alive, and you know that. But even I have my limits, and it wouldn't be too much effort for me to go out of my way by killing you and replacing you with someone else. And with that, this time,
Is he distracted enough that I could risk whispering to Kagra? Or is he
potentially,
actually-
clearly gonna hear me? Like, do I?
I mean,
you could do it as you approach. You might have a better chance of getting away. What are you whispering, maybe, or what are you thinking you're trying to whisper?
Well, if he is telling them I need you for something later, he's not instantly gonna end the fucking world like poof. So maybe we do just save our skins.
I
Like that was the clue that it's not just gonna be horn volcano. Because he needs them for something as a part
Yeah,
of his
sure.
bigger plan.
yeah, he probably needs prep time anyway.
He's raising a what 10th layer of hell. He will probably need at least a little
He's
bit of
gonna
time
make us
to set it
teleport,
up.
right?
Yeah.
Most likely.
100%.
Okay, hold on.
But today he's gonna make a what?
He's gonna make us teleport more than likely.
Oh,
He's gonna
yeah, yeah,
pull us with him like he did before.
I mean, fair enough.
Send Evan a message. I want to check something real quick.
So that it happens instantaneously. You don't even know what would happen if you if you did
Okay,
that.
okay, right.
You could if you wanted to get crazy.
It depends
He's
on
gonna
how much.
touch it.
I want to
Not
see
worth
what
it.
happens. Because as soon as I touch him, he's going to teleport us. So like, I'd hang back to be the last one to touch him, right?
You could do that
And then other hand in pocket kind of thing.
if you wanted to try it.
I think I know what you're planning.
Can I say it to Ilithor? Like, would you rather all of us die or just one of us?
Well, as long as the one wasn't me.
Mm,
I'll touch it.
I don't know. Do you know what? Fuck it. I'll go for it. That's what I'll go for then, Evan.
Okay, now just before you do this, I'm gonna text you one thing just to remind you.
Okay, I think I know what it is. Good luck.
I'm gonna die. I can't touch it, but he gets to touch it.
I don't think he's touching it. I think he's touching you with it.
I think he's trying. My guess is that he's gonna try touch. He's gonna try unsheath the bag and touch the horn
I'm
off of
thinking more
Berthel.
along the lines of if I touch Imitair and I act as like a I guess like a wire
like a
between us.
conduit almost.
Like a conduit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Ooh.
I knew
Is
he
that
was going
spicy enough
Scimitar.
for something to work? Like I'll probably die
Maybe
regardless.
the issue is, do you want to do it here or there?
I want to do it during the teleport.
So the teleport is like blink of the eye instant.
I know, but
If-
my
when it
idea
happens.
is it's like Harry Potter blink of the eye teleportation where you can get spliced.
We've already talked about that.
If you
I
know
think
what I
we've already
mean,
talked
so-
about that.
I know I'm the one that fucking does splicing. This is my thing. But is there a chance I can separate Imitair, the Horn, and Berthal in one go? Like they'll get sent to different places.
I would say there is a chance. I would make you roll for it, and it would be
Oh,
a
that's not a good idea.
very difficult roll.
I'll roll for it. There's a chance here I can get the Horn away from Berthal and save most of your asses.
Now
But
the
I
biggest
will get
issue
split
is
in
if it goes wrong.
Either way, I die.
He-
Like
Yeah, well, yeah. The issue is if it goes wrong, it could possible outcomes. One of you guys ends up with the horn. He ends up with the horn and separated from you guys.
which still keeps them
There's
alive,
a lot of
right?
outcomes here.
or
And
all
also-
hell breaks loose right here and now.
Also, God knows what happens to Imitar.
I'm putting a lot more fate into this crow than I should be, but I just don't want to give him the horn. That's the entire idea here, and I'm not sure what's going to happen because we're going to end up in the Zingoth region, and we have
Not
no protection.
necessarily. We might end up somewhere else. Who knows?
There was
gonna
something
end up
said earlier that it has to be handed in the Zingoth region. That's what the king said, or the prince. Sorry, he expects the exchange to be in the Zingoth region.
He expects it. It doesn't mean it is.
That's what
going.
the prince said he expects. So I'm expecting us to end up in the Zingoth region where we don't have the time bubble. Our entire plan was out the window. This is like a last ditch effort just to give you guys
Uh-huh.
time.
Yeah, but my point is we now have enough context to know that we will be able to give him the horn, leave to safety, and go fight against him again to stop him from ending the world because he needs this other dude for the next stage of his plan, which means there is a next stage. It's not just horn, boom, apocalypse. It's horn, plan, apocalypse. So we could always beat his plan.
And how well has that worked for us now in the last while, Senate?
Well, we
I think we should just go.
we were fucked before. Like we had
there
to
is
do
nothing
this.
we can do right now. If you have a
We
plan,
have to. We have
I
to just go.
suggest either doing it or not. There's no point in like having this conversation because we don't know the outcome.
I'll do it.
We can
Okay, we'll do it.
Prophesize the outcome, but you either roll a dice and see if you're going to do it, or
I'll roll it. I'll roll it.
Okay, real quick. You want to roll to decide if you're going to do it, or you want to roll,
Roll
to
to
do
do
it?
it. Roll to do it because I
Okay,
don't like
so
the
just
variables that
so-
are coming after.
I'll give you the numbers real quick.
Right.
0 to 10 doesn't end well for you guys. 10 to 15, kind of neutral for you guys. 16, 17, 18, very bad for you guys. 19, 20, the outcome you're looking for.
1918.
So,
so
well,
what
I
about
could
17,
simplify. I could
18?
simplify that to being 1 to 13, very bad. Hang on, I'll put in chat. So it would be 4. So 1 to 3, worst case scenario. 4 to 13, very bad. 14 to 18,
That's actually
neutral.
no. That's actually so
And
fucking annoying. I rolled the
19,
dice on my desk. Do you want to take it?
you're literally looking for a nat 19, not 20.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Can we take the roll from the desk?
No, we can't.
I've sat
was-
away from the desk now. I'm not in touching distance of the desk.
I can
Unfortunately,
go
not.
down and verify
Oh,
for
but
him.
please, it is literally a 20.
Nope.
It's literally a natural 20.
Is that a
No
sign you
way.
should go for it or a sign you should save your luck?
I can't get the
You
camera
just
on
rolled
'cause
a nat.
I just
Yeah,
rolled
we
a
see
nat
it.
20.
Unfortunately, I guess that doesn't really work.
No, it doesn't.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's
you've also just ruined your luck. You've just rolled a nat 20, so
Also, not necessarily how it works. They're a separate dice system.
But also in our game, it's been like nat 20, nat 20, and nat
One.
1, nat 1, nat 1. They've been coming in pairs.
So what do you think?
I think I'm already holding on to Berthol's
I-
arm, so
I did something similar in the last campaign. I'm not one to talk. So it worked in my favor, but it was extremely calculated and something that I had thought about for weeks. So
Okay.
I'm not saying not to do it. I'm not saying to do it because, bro, it can be like a 50-50.
neutral. So,
Right,
like,
we won't do
need
it then. We won't do it. Right. I'm going to roll the dice anyway just to see what I would have got, but
Go on, yeah. Blue balls is all
14. Neutral.
So neutral.
neutral. So
Fine.
the state wouldn't have changed, basically.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. So
least we know.
you gather close to him.
Yep.
He gives one last look to the prince and says, "I'll be seeing you soon." And then, interesting enough, begins
Nice.
a spell with his hands. Last time was instant.
I thought
Teleported.
I thought, yeah. Welcome
This
to
time he
dimension
actually-
hopping.
Huh?
Dimension hopping?
No.
No?
So you
Is it
cast
just
the
'cause they're
spell,
in the
goes through the animations of casting a teleport spell, similar to what you saw Egglith do multiple times. And in the blink of an eye, you find yourselves in the rocky wasteland of Zingoth.
Is it because we're in the castle and like magic is harder to do or something, or is
Hard.
it just because why not?
We were in the
Hard to
castle
tell.
one time. He teleported us, so don't think so.
Yeah, he
He
teleported
teleported-
into the castle.
Teleport's in. so
Can I
we're
try
in
and
the
figure
other
out why he was using his hand this time? Or
one. Yeah.
And
Um,
you like
Same.
stored a spell. Could he have
Oh.
cast
Make
it?
Arcana checks. Make Arcana checks. for me.
I'll do one.
He was
I'm gonna
holding a
do one.
weapon the last time, correct?
fuck,
No.
it was almost a 20.
Okay, that was close.
Mine
I've
rolled
never
off.
seen him hold a
Mine
weapon.
rolled off a
Mine
20.
Mine
Put the
bounced
sword
off a
one time,
1.
actually, never mind.
Oh my god, I rolled a natural 20.
Oh my lord. Okay. Kago, what's your mod as well for intelligence?
Intelligence? +1.
Was one. Okay, cool. Because that was just a custom roll. Oh, sorry, that was the roll from before. I'm a dumbass.
Yeah, he didn't roll Arcana.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I'll roll it now.
Yeah.
I got a 2.
Nice to know. Utherlock, having been a man of unusual magic prowess yourself, you dabble in the magic. You don't cast many spells, but you've seen every spell you've ever seen cast has always been cast. There's always been hand motions. There's always been a word muttered. There's always been materials consumed, something to that extent. That first teleport was really weird that he was not doing any of those things, which kind of suggests to you that the first time round, he wasn't the one that teleported you there.
Teleported, yeah. It was either that or he had a focus.
Focus, you would still need to do somatic or verbal, one or the other.
Fair enough. So he's getting help.
I can't remember what he said, so he could have said something.
Dragons
Not the
teleport?
first time. The first time it just happened.
First time it was instant, no hand movements, no mouth movements, nothing.
And
Could have been
dragons
some
teleport.
dragons can't have magic, to be fair.
I knew
yeah,
his
someone
dad
else
was
went.
gonna.
As you arrive in the rocky wasteland, you are close, maybe a few feet away from the entrance to his castle, and instantly he starts walking towards the castle. Come inside. You must be tired. Please rest. We don't have to do this exchange today. I've bought you time. You thought you had only 3 hours to live. I've gifted you many, many more.
Yay
Be
for
warned.
not dying.
If you try anything through the night, I could alter your blood oaths to ensure that you don't wake up in the morning. Just in case that wasn't entirely clear. So
But what
please,
about the book?
rest. Gather your strength. Because when you give me that horn tomorrow, the world is going to change, and not because of me, but because of the effects on the environment, you're going to need some strength.
Can I
And,
go talk to the dragon?
Yeah, the dragon is sort of snoozing just outside the castle, kind of looking towards you as you arrive. It just opens like one eye and kind of
Hey,
goes back to
Dad.
sleep a little bit.
Oh no, I'm gonna go talk to
Bertol
Dad. Don't worry.
Bertol just charges inside gracefully. The door stays ajar behind him as he walks inside, and you hear him scatter upstairs into the distance and a door locking somewhere. The
Fair
dragon
enough,
looks
Pat.
towards you, though.
Is your sword still blessed?
Yeah.
Um,
I'll let you do whatever you want to do because Evan's gonna go download that thing that's gonna make his voice all dragony again. So you do whatever you've got to do, and then I'll go talk to the
Alright,
dragon.
that-
has it.
That's ready to go.
Okay, cool. I'll let them do
You
their
go
thing
first.
anyway.
Sure.
I just go inside slightly confused and pitch my tent in the center of the table again.
so
Very fair.
Was this the one? Was this the castle that had the bedrooms in one of the towers?
Yes, yeah,
Okay, I head straight back up there. Like,
fair enough.
had we explored? Was there like a
Yeah,
food place before?
There was like the
Dining
there was the main hall, and there was like a small kitchen off to the side of it,
Yeah.
where you could make yourself some food. Or
I go
there
in.
was probably servants once upon a time, but they don't appear to be anywhere nearby now.
I'm just searching for some very strong alcohol in that thing because probably gonna die. So
There are some very fine alcohols. One that is quite coveted around Elsinora in particular is where is it? Boop-a-doop-doo. Brandy Bee Brandy. One of the few drinks that some elves partake in. It's from a small village up in Wilton Moor, and it is farmed and shipped worldwide.
I did for that one.
Very good, very good. Anything else anybody would like to do?
I'm gonna go into like just find a place that I can sit down and start reading some of my books again.
Ooh, which ones? Out of curiosity.
Usually I just pick one at random, but can I ask which ones would probably be of potential assistance given the coming shit?
Ooh. You want to make a persuasion check on the DM to give you a hint?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Let's do it.
Get fucked.
You definitely want to give the trials or the tribulations of Gothrog the Ghastly a flick.
Oh yeah, time
Do
to
it.
roll a one this time on fucking what am I rolling?
Investigation.
Investigation. Yeah, time to roll a one. Let's fuck. Oh, actually, that's not bad.
That's pretty good, actually.
It did roll off a one. But...
The book expands on what little knowledge you had of Gothrog already, but it tells of a cult leader, a devil, who worshipped him and quite possibly even loved him. It's a female devil by the name of Kimura,
is that the
Yep.
person that we saw the thingy?
Yep.
Ah.
uh-huh.
Is that why she's in charge of Bertold then? Or above him?
maybe.
Probably.
He's above
But,
him, but she's under someone else.
He's under her. She could be under someone else. It could be a chain. Who knows? But she
Unfair on someone's sex life.
basically constantly vows to bring Gothrog back and to find him and release him. She'll find him eventually, and her love is more powerful than his destruction, if that was what happened. She seems to not even know, from what the cultists have reported and stuff like that. Some questioning their faith were punished, stuff like that. But the other really interesting part that strikes you is Kimura is Gothrog's champion. He also has an arch enemy, another demon. So Kimura being a devil and Gothrog being a demon as well. Weird thing that you have never heard of. Two of them teaming up is unheard of. But Gothrog's enemy, a demon of similar power, is called Modikov, and he was in some sort of a fight with Gothrog when both of them disappeared a few hundred years before the end of the calamity or so. So about 5,000 years, about 4,000 and a bit years ago, give or take.
I have a question then.
Uh-huh.
Is it possible that I can go up and knock on the door of what's his face and ask him who the second demon you mentioned was?
Modikov, yeah, sure.
Just because if this guy's potentially got someone above him, you never know. It could be him. I should knock
Sure.
on his door politely. Hello.
There's like a real gruff sound of someone like almost like they've just woken up, but more demonic sounding. It's like, just wait a minute. And
Yes, sir.
eventually, Bertolt stands at the door and unlocks it and opens it. What can I do
Right.
for you?
I have minor question. Do you know? I don't know his name. Do you know of insert name? here?
Modikov.
I read in a book that he's someone important, and the lady that we met today looks like she follows this guy. So I was wondering if you knew about this guy.
Modikov is, for lack of a better word, the scum of the abyss. A demon none really liked. Friend of none. As a result of what they did during the calamity, Gothrog had a plan to, well, basically take over most of the southern continent. But Modikov, having such a large worshipping down here, decided no, that won't fly, and basically took the side of the mortals for a history-breaking moment, something that defies all reason. But Gothrog and Modikov, in my opinion, fought to the death and perished together. Now, there are many theories as to what actually happened. Some say Gothrog is chained deep beneath the earth in the Underdark, or perhaps imprisoned in some sort of a subspace, and Modikov and him battle eternally against all time. It is unknown, to be quite honest.
Thank you for your history lesson. Sorry, I'm just very interested in books.
I admire a bit of curiosity.
No worries. Can I have like a quick look inside his room to see if he has any books in there?
There are a few bits and bobs. It's a well-furnished room, very ornate looking, probably much how the King's Chambers would have looked if it wasn't ransacked hours before.
'Cause I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember all the way back. Is if we actually got out of this, I wanted like information. I was like, is it possible? Are those books interesting? Because after this is all over, could I have a look in there?
There's some of them that are interesting. One other thing of interest as well is Modikov. Well, Gothrog is thought to be Lord of the Baelors. Modikov is Lord of the Vrocks, the chicken demons, if you will.
Oh,
Oh.
fair enough. Thank you for your time. Sorry for waking you up.
Not a problem.
And I leave down the stairs or something back down to a little hidey hole.
He closes the door, and you hear this kind of like a tearing, mushy sound from the room.
Fact, I know it.
Interesting.
Did you by any chance do the subtitles for Stranger Things, Evan? Okay.
No, why?
Hearing mushy sound. Do you not see all the thing about the subtitles on
Oh,
season
yeah.
4?
Yeah.
Wet, undulating noises.
Yeah.
Oh well. Cool. More information. Woohoo! All right.
That's all the
I'm gonna
D&D streams, by the way, Evan.
That's sick. We're up there in the D&D streams, boys. Alright, 14th?
14th.
Very
Nice.
nice.
I am going to go back downstairs.
Oh, and like 4 of them are the same stream. 5 of them are the same stream.
What the
Yes.
fuck?
Fair enough.
Ugh,
Someone
I'm just
told
gonna
me
go
to
back
go check.
downstairs and keep reading that book because
Very well.
it seemed interesting.
Sure thing. So, the day, I guess, eventually comes to a close. Is there anything anyone would like to do?
I haven't spoken to the
And what?
dragon.
Oh, yes, the dragon, of course.
Sweet.
In a slumber, is lazily looking towards you as you approach.
Long time no see.
What can I help you with?
I thought he sounded like really depressed. He's like, "Ugh, not you again."
Fuck you, weep. Got a couple of questions for you about this horn business.
Hmm.
Do you know what the plan is for Bertolt to use it for? Are you branded to him? Are you stuck with him? Are you doing this by choice? Just spitballing?
Bertol freed me from what I was before. I am in this willingly.
Willingly. And you're happy with what he's going to do with the horn?
It doesn't affect me hugely.
Okay. Is there any warnings you have for us in regards to what he's going to do with it?
In good sport, I will offer you this. He has been indecisive of late, quick to change his mind, more merciful than usual. I suspect the goal he has in mind is one he has striven for a long time.
And you think he might be having second thoughts or doubts about what he's trying to do now?
Not second thoughts, but not regrets, regretful second thoughts or anything like that. Maybe more just second guessing his own plans as to their effectiveness. But he is a cunning plotter. I have known him many years.
And Gamora, the one that controls him, do you know anything about her?
She is cunning, not a nice individual, not a fan of her.
And what is she? Is she a devil, a fiend?
She is the devil in a similar situation to Bertol, as you know him.
So both of them have someone above them that's pulling strings.
I think Gamora is more driven by purpose rather than a person. She has a cause and she won't stop until her cause is seen through.
Okay, thanks for the information. Is there any way that after this all ends that I can get in contact with you again? Is there like a message tablet or something?
If all this is over, I will be right beside the king of most of the continent when it all comes crumbling down. And you will find me there.
Perfect, thank you. And that'll be that.
Very well.
Should have asked for a shield, actually.
Then you couldn't use your giant ass sword.
I could learn to use it one-handed.
Probably singing some depressing ass elven song by now.
I guess long rest
Valid,
time.
valid. Yeah, if there's nothing else people would like to do, you may all mark down a long rest. I think most of you had used like all of your hit dice, so you get half of your total hit dice back on a long rest.
I used one.
You
You used one.
exactly half.
I
Fiend.
use all mine.
No, what? In the
didn't
dungeon,
use
everyone
all
else
mine.
got hit but me. I was still at like 33 HP. I used one hit dice, got an 8, and went, yeah, okay, cool, leaving it at that.
I only used
I think
3,
I-
but I also got full health from it. From 14.
I used, yeah, I only used 2, I think 2 or 3. I
We get
can't
them back
check.
now anyway, so
Yeah, you're back half to get back half of them. If you didn't use more than half, you're up full. So
Einar, what's up?
You think I
Nice.
used 5?
5. So you get like well, you guys are level 6,
2 or
right?
3 back.
You guys
Yeah,
are, yeah,
You
you
get
get
3 back.
you get
you're around up or down.
brain 3 back. My brain is fried. And also, you guys do
Do I
level
get?
up.
Do I get my maximum hit
Are
points?
we
back?
level?
You get your hit points back. Yes,
We get
you level up
and
indeed.
to level up.
Oh,
Okay.
thank fuck.
Oh boy.
This is huge.
How do we do
Level
that again?
7.
How do you do that again? I can't remember.
We'll do it one at a time. We're probably going to spend most of the rest of the stream leveling you guys up, so
Fair enough.
we'll get that sorted as the next morning comes. You all awake, feeling stronger than you were before, and well rested, much needed rest. And yeah, that's where we will end the game for tonight anyway, and we'll just focus on getting you all your potentially final builds sorted for the rest of this plot anyway.
Cool. I'll go end the stream.
Sure.
'Cause
You,
I
you
don't
can
think
leave it
we
on
need
if you
to-
want. It's up to you.
Well, there's no point in people just watching us level,
Sure.
because then we can
Some
shit
people
talk as
might
well.
want to know what. Yeah, true.
Or it could be a surprise for next stream what new spells we bring.
Oh, shoot.
True. Cliffhangers and stuff. All right, back in a minute.
UX Machina.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the guys there. We've finished now for the time being. Next week will obviously be the penultimate series. Yeah, so we'll end it now. Next week we will be doing a much longer D&D stream. It will be, I think it's going to be 6-7 hours. So it's going to be a really long one. Yeah, we'll be back after. It was good having you all jumping in. We did reach into the top 15 D&D streams on the entire website, which is great to see. But we will be back soon with more D&D. I will chat to you all soon. Have a good one, guys. I'm glad you liked it, Neo. Glad you liked it. We'll chat soon.